Welcome back to Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight ups. This is going to be your weekly general reading for September 20th through the 26th. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe so you'll know when new videos go live. And if you're a return subby, I really appreciate it. So tomorrow on the 20th, it will be the full moon, the harvest moon, a full moon in Pisces. So obviously, lots of energy around the Pisces folks. Now this is going to be a general reading, and I might do zodiacs just to get everyone to kind of an idea of what's going to be going on for them very quickly. Also on the 22nd of this week, it is the autumn equinox. So remember, and if you celebrate that. So yeah, here we go. Lots of things going on. All right, let's see what we have for everybody. Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting for the overall energy for this week. We got the Eight of Cups and then we got the Devil energy, okay? So nothing to be really scared about necessarily with the Devil card. People freak out when that card comes out. I don't know why. So Eight of Cups is typically walking away from something or needing to cut the ties emotionally from a people, place, or thing. And the Devil card indicates there's usually something that has some type of stronger control over us. Or so this can be certainly a time, especially on the full moon, to release and look at what has had power over you. What has had some control over your life, or you feel like areas of your life have felt out of control, okay? Now, the Devil card is really about shining the light at kind of those aspects of within ourselves that we don't necessarily have a full grasp on. Now, for some of you, that can be certainly a relationship that is kind of coming to its full cycle. Its life cycle has ended and you know that this is not the partner for you, or it's, a situation where somebody could be addicted, drugs and alcohol. That's usually an extreme case, and again, this is general. But the Devil card is kind of, it's really asking you to go within, and it's really asking you to figure out, what do you want? What do you want to have? Not only in your personal life, your professional life, your social life. What do you want? And where are some things that are just, you're not happy? You haven't seen progress. You haven't seen growth. So the Devil card isn't something necessarily to be scared of. It's something to look within and start to, deal with head on. Okay? And there could be some things, again, people, places, or things that you might need to emotionally walk away from. Because ultimately, even though it's not an easy decision, it's going to be the best thing for you in the long run, okay? So in the money zone, we have the Five of Pentacles. I'm going to say that this is the week not to overspend, or not to spend based on just filling a lack. Okay, so sometimes we spend money because we are trying to fill a void, even subconsciously. This could be a week, unfortunately, where there could be something that we have forgotten that kind of creeps up out of nowhere, an expense that like we thought, it just kind of, and I'm saying this because we'll be fully in Mercury retrograde this week, okay? So, and things like that happen, technology, vehicles, if you're going to be traveling, please buckle in some more time with that. Mercury retrogrades are not to be feared. They are a time to reevaluate. They're a time to relook and revisit things. But it can mean that you do need to be aware and buckle in more time so you're not in a pinch, okay? Now, the one thing that could set you back, there could be a financial, a financial expense that comes up, and I feel like it could be around the car that comes out of nowhere. So you could be taking it in to get it serviced and you're like, oh, damn, now I need 4 new tires, or I need to change all my fluids, or I need, it could be something with the radiator. But there could be an unexpected expense this week. So I'd be really careful with just spending, kind of keeping an eye out. Again, please live life to your, the way you like. I'm not saying that you should stop living because of a retrograde. That's not feasible. It's not realistic. I would just say keep things in mind that there could be delays, especially when it comes to traffic, just day-to-day stuff. If you're in a rush, just be very careful because you could get a speeding ticket. Like, those are just types of things. So again, kind of an unexpected expense. In the career zone, we got the Hierophant card. Now the Hierophant, this is represented by Taurus. A very traditional card. It usually means it represents like large institutions, like large corporations. So for some of you, you work probably at a big company or lots of departments, a lot of red string, a lot of red tape, a lot of politics, all that stuff. Now for some of you, this is a reminder that it's not about playing the politics, it's about being aware of the politics, okay? Because this week, there could be something that pops up that you just need to be aware of who the players are on the chessboard. Doesn't mean that you're going to be in the middle of it. It could impact you indirectly. But what I would tell you with the Hierophant card is that for some of you, you're looking at your corporate job, your 9 to 5, and really looking for an escape, a way out of it. A lot of people are doing that. They're calling it the great, what is it? What are they saying? Everyone's quitting. I can't think of the term. Sorry. But for a lot of you, you're really looking at more of what is really going to make you happy in the long run. Because I feel like the 9 to 5, 40 hours a week for 40 years is not going to cut it anymore. But the thing is with the Hierophant card, and this is also becoming a little bit more in tune with your soul's journey, and this can be more of a spiritual path. And I'm not talking about you becoming more into spirituality. I'm not saying that. For some of you, that could be the case. But this is more about really looking at deep within you to figure out what is the meaning of your life and what brings you meaning, what brings you happiness, what brings you fulfillment. And again, a lot of this during this Mercury retrograde, and retrograde lasts until the 18th, and even then you have the shadow phase out. So there is a lot of reflection and kind of looking at your career in a traditional sense and saying, is this actually working for me still? Is this making me happy? Is this what I want? Or do I want something more that is a little bit more daring, fulfilling, but yet not as maybe practical, not as steady, and it could, be a little bit more up and down. The choice is really yours. So we have for love this week, possibly for some of you, again, it's not going to be for everybody, it is general. We got the King of Pentacles. Now this could represent you, certainly this represents strong earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. The thing is that if you have, if you are single this week, you certainly could meet somebody, even at work, that strikes your fancy. Now, I'm always a really big proponent and don't poop where you eat, but, I digress. Just be careful. But you could meet somebody, this could be a client or somebody, directly, there's a direct connection to a client or somebody at work. They're really interesting. They're very savvy. They're very smart, very charismatic. But they're taking a keen eye on you or them or vice versa. Now, also, this can be somebody who's very financially stable as well. The King of Pentacles usually has their life together. They also they've worked very hard to get material things. So it's not that they are boastful about it. It's just that they've kind of gotten to themselves to a financial status where they're very happy. If you are coupled, married, you certainly could be talking with your partner and looking at some things that you want to invest in. Maybe spruce up around the home. Looking at your finances, kind of looking how far you have to retire. Like, what do you have to work with? I think for a lot of you, this is like things are starting to become that fall season, obviously, kind of that nesting period, if you will. I think for a lot of you, you're trying to figure out how to bring more beauty back into the house. So renovations for some of you might be doing that. Looking at maybe turning a guest room into something. So again, something could be around the home, but I think as a couple, as a unit, you're making those decisions together, and it's going to be a fun project for both of you. So interesting, King of Pentacles. This is always a nice energy. And I think for you, if you're not looking and you're not interested in dating per se, and you're kind of just on your own, single as a Pringle, and totally fine with that, this is you working on your money. This is working on really your status. Putting your lifestyle first, putting yourself first, putting your wants and needs first. It's being a little selfish, but it's not harming anybody. It's just saying, look, I'm at a point where I really want to accomplish A, B, and C, and love might come with that. You might actually find love on the way, but you know, that could be for some of you as well. Communication. Okay, so this is the week, I would say, urge to caution. Okay, we got 10 of Swords. I feel like for a lot of you, there's been a situation, there's been a lot of anxiety around, a lot of, or there could be a situation where there's been a lot of fear-based scenarios going, and you're kind of at a breaking point. 10 of Swords, the positive point out of this card is when you're there, you're done. No going back, no second chances, not giving anybody the benefit of the doubt. It's like you're cutting people off because you've mentally had it. It's overload. For some of you, this could be somebody you've given too many chances and they have stabbed you in the back and it's just you're done. But communication-wise, I would say really take a step back before you're going to speak this week, because you could lash out without thinking twice. A lot of frustration, kind of, and you've been holding it in, kind of keeping it back. And if one person says something, it could be something very minor, but so wrong, you're going to explode. So just kind of take some steps around that. I want to also just say there is a lot of energy going on. You know, we're going to have a lot of planets in retrograde till the end of the year. And again, this is not to hold your life back. This is not to be, scared of a retrograde. This is just saying that there are some things that are asking you, especially Mercury retrograde. This is the last one for 2021. Take a step back and really revisit things and relook at things, because it's going to set you up better for the future. So I'm going to be pulling a card for each of the zodiac signs from another deck. This is the After Tarot deck. And I try to tell people, and this is the Bianco Nero deck. So let's just... And again, it's interesting that, we talked about in the beginning of this week, you have the Devil and you have the 8 of Cups. A lot of things, you can be really revisiting things, how you look at money, your job, even relationships. So this week is certainly a lot of reevaluating, letting go, and around the full moon, which is tomorrow on the 20th, it's no better time, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start with, let's just start with Aries, and we'll end on, let's start with Aries and we'll end with Pisces, okay? Aries, woo! Sun card. I mean, Aries, this could be a really great week for you. All signs are a go. Green light, surely. Aries, have some fun this week. Don't hold yourself back. I think you need to be in the present more. Don't worry about what's going to happen next. Just enjoy it. And then this is a really strong time right now, Aries, to have a positive mindset. Taurus, 8 of Swords. Okay, so Taurus, let's not get into the overthinking game here and not putting any action behind anything. Taurus, you're known for being very thorough. I'll give you that, and I have that in my chart. But you do have to take action at some point. Overthinking to the point of exhaustion is not going to help you, and you cannot squeeze blood out of a turnip. So this is a time to not listen to everybody's yammering. You literally have to make a decision, go with it, and not think twice. You have to trust yourself, okay? All right, Gemini. We got 6 of Wands. Gemini, really look good week for you. I mean, I think you're going to be really confident. A lot of good things going on with work. Could be a raise or promotion in the future, or you're looking for that. So if there's anything that you can do to kind of put yourself out there, raise your hand for it, because it's going to be positive in the in the output. Okay, Cancer. 7 of Cups. Cancer. Just one thing to keep in mind: not all glitters is gold. 7 of Cups. You just have to be leery. There could be a lot of opportunities, a lot of offerings around this time, Cancer, but just be careful that you don't take a drink out of every cup, because not everybody has the best intentions for you, okay? You really need to go in, trust your intuition, and don't be taken by sweet talk. This feels kind of like a snake oil salesman or something like that. Somebody who's trying to sweet talk you. Be really careful of people like that right now. And Cancer, one thing Spirit's saying is don't buy something just because it's on sale. You might regret it. And again, try to avoid big purchases around retrogrades just because you might regret. Leo, 3 of Pentacles. Leo, this is a building time for you. This is an exciting time for you. This is putting your nose to the grindstone and getting shit done. This is a time not to second guess yourself. Leo, you have a lot of passion and a lot of good ideas, but you need to be consistent and start putting action, and like on the daily, hold yourself accountable, okay? Virgo, Seven of Pentacles. Virgo, I mean, when are you not being methodical and very focused on yourself? This is like typical of you. Seven of Pentacles is you're really doing something worthwhile. Something big, Virgo. You're really focusing on an idea, a solution, a product or a service. You're not telling anybody about it. You're keeping it on the down low, which is very smart. I don't know if people still say that. But Virgo, keep working in silence, and you'll know when to share it, okay? Libra, Hermit card. Libra, this might be a week, you're just trying to get adjusted, get your bearings back. Don't force the energy if it doesn't feel right, but Libra, what I would tell you is go within. During this retrograde, there's some things you need to revisit and look at, personal life, and even the people around you socially. So just kind of watch how people behave and move around you. If you remove your energy and put up healthy boundaries, are they going to be reacting a certain way, and is it going to be shocking? Watch for some people around you. Scorpio, Three of Wands. Scorpio, not the time to play it safe. Go big or go home, Scorpio. A lot of manifestation. Things are starting to come to the light for you. You're starting to see the path that you're supposed to be on, Scorpio. It's starting to make sense for you now. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about anyone. Scorpio, work as if your life depended on it, okay? On whatever you want to get done. Sagittarius, Hierophant. Sag, I feel like for a lot of you, you are not happy in the work zone. Not that you're unhappy by any means, because, Sag, you can really make any situation work. Like, you're really good about that. Blending kind of chameleon in your environment. Like, you figure a way to make it work, but I wouldn't say you're ecstatic over your professional situation. You're looking for other outlets, creative outlets. You need to start to do that because it helps that energy flow and you get more ideas, okay? Capricorn, Page of Pentacles. Capricorn, again, not surprising, focusing on you step by step. Capricorn, I feel like there's some things that you're working on behind the scenes. There's a big project that you're working on. Not a lot of people know about it. Could be confidential. That's a handful of you. But Capricorn, your leadership is needed. So even though you might be working something in the background, you also don't let, like if you have a team that reports up to you, don't let those type of day-to-day responsibilities go to the wayside, okay? So kind of learn how to delegate and watch how your energy is being spread. Aquarius. Almost over, Aquarius. Ten of Wands. Tens are always, they're an ending. It's a milestone coming, to close. I feel like Aquarius, especially during this full moon, there's a lot of releasing. There's a lot of coming to the point of no return, meaning you're not going to be carrying other people's stuff. Energy, when I mean stuff. I'm not talking about lifting your friend's couch. This is about carrying the weight of other people that don't serve you. There's guilt attached to this, Aquarius. You got to let that go. There's just certain people in your life that are only going to go so far. With you, and like their path is a lot different than yours. You need to lighten the load so you can make room for a lot more that's coming toward you, Aquarius. Finally, my lovely Pisces. Knight of Cups. So Pisces, what I'm going to tell you, this full moon is going to be really, really strong for you, obviously, because it's in Pisces. Pisces, I feel like Spirit keeps saying damaged heart, and it doesn't mean that you are damaged because you're not Pisces. There's some karmic stuff that has really held you back to entering in the relationship that you really want to manifest. That's what they're trying to get across. The Knight of Cups is that be careful who you offer your time and energy to. It's about matching energy. It's not over exerting energy. This is a time to really take a step back and ask yourself what you want in a relationship and how it's going to best suit you in the future. It's not about trying to do things for everyone else because you're constantly getting stuck in the same situation. So this is a lesson that maybe you'll break this full moon. But the Page of Cups is could be a relationship. It could be offering yourself. But a lot of times the Knight of Cups sometimes isn't fully ready to commit yet, okay? So really think about that, Pisces. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I did the Zodiacs kind of on a whim. Let me know if you like the Zodiacs. I'm really trying to figure out different ways and different readings because sometimes they just get boring, you know, the same old, same old. So please let me know in the comment if you like this. And if you don't follow me on TikTok or Instagram, it's Owlchemist Tarot. So go do that right now. And I'll see you guys next week.